Alright friends, subscribers and strangers, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about a topic on eBay that is just, for as long as I've been doing eBay, okay, maybe not that long, but in the last 10 years, a topic that has raged on and on. Should you offer free shipping? And there are people that are just adamant on both sides of this issue. So let's talk about the pros and cons of free shipping and whether you should use it, and if you do, how you should use it, and should there be situations where it's good and bad for you. uh Hint hint, there are. So hey, let's get into this. What is free shipping? You think that would be an easy question. It just means that you as a seller are not going to charge the buyer anything for shipping. So hence free. I think we have trained the public wrong. I think the public, there's people out there who think that they put two and two together and see that the post office is losing money and go, those dang eBay sellers or online sellers. Amazon has trained people that free is good and that they should be entitled to free. And it's so, but it's not free shipping. It just simply means that the seller incurs all costs for shipping the item. Are you willing to accept all costs for shipping an item? Okay. So what are the pros? And now that we've put all this doom and gloom on you that you're the one accepting responsibility for shipping, no matter where it goes. All right. So what are some of the benefits? Benefit number one we'll give you is you're probably gonna get a few more sales. And so why would you get a few more sales? Buyers can easily see the cost of an item. If they're looking to spend $20 for an item and it's $19.99 free shipping, they understand that you're gonna have to pay tax, but $19.99 plus tax is what you're gonna pay for the item. If it's $19.99 plus a calculated shipping, every buyer is gonna have a different shipping, so the cost per item for everyone is gonna be different. And so you might lose some people who think, maybe the shipping is too much for me. I live in the great state of Alabama, and if I'm shipping to, say, Hawaii, that's the most expensive place for me to go. Well, it used to be. Ground Advantage has been a wonderful thing for online sellers, and it now gives you ground shipping to Hawaii. They put it in a submarine, it goes under the water, they're walking along the bottom. They just call it ground. All right, so that just made a tremendous difference. So it has made it more affordable, and so it can change your mind about some of the things, because heavy items to Hawaii from across the country, it gets very, very expensive. Same thing if you live in California and you're shipping to Puerto Rico. Man, that's tough, right? So understanding that different buyers would see different costs means they might not purchase for you. Maybe they purchase from somebody with free shipping or someone that's closer to them, actually, whether they know it or not. Okay, so the second benefit is you're going to see some rewards for eBay. eBay likes free shipping, so I don't understand this, and it goes contrary to what eBay's role in this grand scheme of things is. eBay is the middleman between my customer and me. So why should eBay care whether I ship it free or I charge them the shipping? If it's a $20 item and I charge $15 plus 5 shipping, it's still a $20 item. And so why should eBay favor the person who charges $20 free shipping? There is no benefit to eBay to do that. Maybe the benefit for eBay is encouraging, more people, you get free shipping and all that kind of stuff. But as the middleman to facilitate a transaction between a buyer and a seller, favoring one shipping method or the other, whether you charge or not, really makes no sense. It's really no concern. But you can get a higher top rated seller status. It's part of their calculations to get super duper top rated, and you can get a discount on your final value fees. If you are someone who sells a lot of dollars on eBay, this might be a consideration, because that money can add up pretty quickly. And the last benefit is, and we've talked about this a little bit, combine these two together, is differentiate yourself from other sellers. It really can give you an advantage sometimes. and it's not with everyone because if you've got people that are looking and you sort by lowest cost, it's going to add the shipping in there. So it's going to see the $20 and the 15 plus 5 is the same. But how many of you, put in the comments below, how many people change when you're looking for an item on eBay, do you click on that lowest cost? I generally don't, because lowest cost means, so say I'm looking for a camera. Everybody knows there's a camera there, there's a camera there. I like cameras, I collect cameras, I sell cameras. Well, I don't really collect them, but I have enough laying around here that I might as well be a collector. And so the cameras, if I search for the model number and search lowest, I'm going to see batteries, I'm going to see charge cables, I'm going to see just craziness. And best match is going to bring a lot of cameras up. And so if I go highest, it's going to bring up, somebody sold a lot of 10 or whatever. So I generally stay with best match just because it'll bring up, and then I'll start looking around. So there are some drawbacks to free shipping, and I'm about to give you an example that's going to tell you why this shipping thing is complicated and why you have to come up with what's right for your business. Okay, so what are some of the drawbacks? Some of the drawbacks number one, I would tell you, lower profits. If you are not careful and don't understand what your shipping costs are, so if you're a new seller and you're trying to get some traction on the platform, and you go, man, look, eBay really wants me to do free shipping, and they're going to push me up in search, and there's lots of stuff that favor free shipping. You better really do some research and understand what shipping costs, because shipping is the hardest thing to learn on eBay is shipping cost and how that affects your numbers. You really can lose and be at a detriment before you ever get started. You can look at that $20 item, go pick it up at a yard sale and go, man, this thing is great. I picked it up for $3. I'm gonna sell it on eBay for 20. So that leaves 17 left. 17 to but it weighs 4 pounds, and I live in Alabama, and I just have to ship it to California. Oh my God, that could be $13 to $15 depending on the size. You could actually lose money. So it's very important that you understand the cost of shipping. And man, experience is an awful teacher here, folks. You've got to lose a couple and understand to really bang this point home. The crazy man in his garage with all the stuff around, told me that I could lose shipping. I could lose. You absolutely can. So it is vitally important that if you're going to offer free shipping, you need to know what your maximum cost is. And so for Alabama, I would use them to figure out what the cost farthest away. I am a child of the 80s, so 90210 is a zip code I'll throw in there because I know that's about as far as it goes from here, right? Because I don't know how Hawaii zip code, but I know a California one. Okay, so here's the one where it's going to come up. Here's this disadvantage coming up here. You're going to get more returns. And is this scientifically proven? No, but I just feel it this way. If a buyer sees that you have free shipping and free returns, you are going to get more returns. Especially, the mindset is, since I didn't pay to ship it, it doesn't cost me anything. I'll just send it back. And eBay wants that. eBay wants that mindset. They want the customer, and all platforms for that matter, just not just eBay, Amazon the same way. They want the customer, they want the return process pushed out of their mind, because that is a negative in making a buying decision. Most buying decisions are impulse. I'm looking for this, I need it, that's the one I want, buy. They don't want you to go, well, that's the one I want, but what if it really isn't the one, and I might need to send it back, and it's going to be a pain. No. They don't. They want you to see free shipping, free everything. Send it back. That's what they want. And so that could, in the long run, the returns can cost you money, especially if you've got free shipping. So I told you there was going to be an example. All right, so here we go. So on most items, we'll talk about when I choose free shipping, when I know the second problem. This item, I sold this camera right here. I hope you can see it. It's a nice little Nikon camera, and it was like $49. I charged $10 shipping because it went to California. Normally it would have been $8 shipping, but because it went to California, it adds $2. In the shipping policies, in your business policies for shipping policies, you can set a regional rate, and so anything for me that goes to the Western time zone, it adds $2, just because the costs are up. They significantly go up once you cross from mountain to the Western time zone for me. just because of my location. If you're the other way, maybe you're in Oregon and you find that you ship a lot to Michigan and maybe New York, maybe you want to add the East Coast as add a couple bucks. You can do that. So I'm going to read you their comments and tell you why free shipping combined with free returns can really cost you money. I just bought 2 cameras with the intention of comparing them and keeping one. I like the other one better. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I charge her $10 shipping. She's not getting the $10 back, even though it only cost me $4.80 to ship that camera to her. Remember, I also have my time, I also have my boxes and all my packing material. And if I have free returns and free shipping, that would mean that I would be out $10. That's not fair to me, because someone who engaged in a contract to buy is borderline fraudulent, because they purchased with the intent that they were probably not going to keep. They knew they weren't going to keep one of them. So one of the 2 transactions is fraudulent, because they intentionally incurred a cost to a seller knowing that they were not going to go through with it. All right. I'm going to get off that high horse right now. But so let's go. I'm out my $5. eBay is going to charge you a maximum of what you paid to ship it there. So they're going to charge the $5 coming back. So if I had free returns and free shipping, I would be out $10. I have charged shipping on that item and free returns. But when it gets back, she's not getting her shipping back. The original shipping is not coming back. So she's going to pay the $10, whether she likes it or not, because it's not her choice. You know what I'm going to say to her? Sorry about that. Let me repeat what I'm going to tell her. Sorry about that. It goes, but that knife, if you put it in a situation where you can't be taken advantage of as easily, that knife cuts both ways. First thing I'm going to do when it comes back is I'm going to compare the serial number to the pictures and make sure I got my camera back. And then I'm going to process the refund and not hit the little button that says give back original shipping. No. So there we go. And even if she opens a case on this one, eBay is going to not take this money. So I might have to just wait a minute and then eBay will deal with it. All right. So that's my spiel right there. So understand that sometimes that free shipping can cost you double. Are you prepared to pay double? But Beard, how can I pay double? Free shipping, free returns. The $5 shipping becomes $10 because they sent it back to you. Now the cost for your item, which I think I paid $10 or $11 for that camera, would now be $20. So that is a big chunk of the profit. So if I've got an $11 camera that sold for $49, so now we're at $39, $38. We're going to take out the shipping and the fees. So now I'm at, we'll just say $28, just because I think those promoted listings on there. So now my profit, by the time I get done, is, and my supply, we're at the 25 range on the profit. Take out the government's cut, because the government wants 30%. Now I'm down to 16. Oh no, she returned it. Sorry about that. That's another 5. So now I'm down to $11 profit. Out the door profit, $11. And then I have to sell it again. Okay, so the last part about price competition. It is very difficult to compete on price when you charge for shipping, especially calculated shipping, because as I mentioned earlier, calculated shows different to every buyer based on your zip code. And so if a buyer is solely buying based on price, you might be too expensive for them. And it's hard to compete. Well, it's not hard to compete. It's just understanding what you want, which if you're doing the other things, if you're promoting and doing all the other things, competing is, price is not always the most important thing on eBay. Great pictures, great listings. There's lots of stuff you can do to compete on eBay, but if it's solely an item based on price and you charge for shipping, if this isn't important to an item, just be very accurate with your shipping. That camera, for instance, I knew that it was a $5 ship, but I have a $7.95 shipping. I knew it was in the upper range of the first class. And so I intentionally, someone else has sold that camera for like $57. And so when I did the 49 plus just 8 shipping, I was in that range to begin with. So there is a way to compete on price. You just need to do a little bit of arithmetic, understand what your shipping is going to charge, and then what the price is, or what price range you want it to be. So it's a little more complicated to set your price, but you can compete on price, but it is more difficult. All right. So I've told you all this to tell you in the conclusion, should you offer free shipping? The answer is, eh, sometimes. Let Beard go get a prop. I know y'all love this. All right, so if you're doing a lot of one-offs like cameras and that kind of stuff, and stuff is weighted, if it's over a pound, I'm almost never gonna do free shipping. Every now and then I will, but it is very rare. I like to sell. A great example was yesterday I shipped out a tape deck. It was broken for parts, but I did calculate it on anyway. It went to Nevada. Nevada is a long ways from here. The shipping on that item cost me $21. They calculated, I was very accurate. I measured it, I boxed, weight, I charged them like 23. So I was very close. I don't care to win on shipping. For shipping for me is breaking even. On that item, I don't worry about it coming back because it was 4 parts, no returns. All right, so most items, probably 80%, 90% of the items I sell, I charge shipping. I have a $4.95, a $7.95, $11.95, and calculated. And so the calculator comes in anything over 2 pounds. 1 to 2 pounds is usually the $11.95, and $7.95 is heavy first class, and then regular, just anything that's first class is usually $4.95. I have an exception, and I have thousands of these items that are exceptions, and most of you already know what's coming. Big girl panties. So I have a lot of these left over, 7 or 8,000. There's like 5 different styles, 4 different sizes. But these guys here, they get free shipping because they are so light. I think these are 5 ounces, but it's just much easier. And so, Beer, what's the difference on this? I just told you I had thousands of them. So when you have light items, small items that you have multiple quantities of, I have a lot of people that purchase 2, 3, 4 of these at a time. And I say big girls, but hell, I'm a big guy. I'm thankful for customers. I'm not being demeaning. I'm just being cute, right? So I can ship 4 of these, still ship them first class. So what's the difference, Beard? Okay, so if someone bought 4 of these, they would go, but you're charging $4.95 shipping per item. Could I get a discount? And so if you're trying to sell them for $10 and you've got $5 shipping on them, and so you wanted to sell 4 of them, that'd be $40, right? Should be a total of $40. But the buyer goes, but since I've got 4 of them, could I get a discount on shipping? And you go, sure. Instead of charging you $20 shipping, I'll cut the shipping in half. I'll charge you $10. So now you got $30 total. You sold 4 of these. You now got 30. Are y'all following me with the math? Hopefully I don't need to put on the screen. But if they bought 4 of these and they were all free shipping, you don't get a discount on free because free is discounted. And so in this case, I would get $40 versus the 30 because I had to make a concession for shipping because the customer felt they needed to get a deal. Remember, in selling, no matter whether you're online or in person, the whole key to a successful transaction is the buyer and seller both feel like they got a good deal. The seller feels like they got a good deal for selling their merchandise and what they wanted for it and the value of the merchandise. And the buyer feels like they got a good deal because they got what they were looking for at the price that they were expecting or in the range of the price they were expecting. And so that is a win-win. And so psychologically, free shipping and charge shipping, even though it's the same one, on the buyer side, they feel like they should get a deal because they bought multiples. Okay, so I do use the multiple discount, so they are actually going to get a deal on this. So for buying 4 of them, I think they get 20% off already. So let's throw that into the equation, shall we? Let's do some more YouTube math. So they get 20% off. So what's 20% off of 40? $8, right? So we're at $32, and you discounted the $10 shipping, so you're at $22 versus the 32. See what I'm saying? The numbers become, when you put real world numbers and understand, sometimes free shipping is an advantage, sometimes it's not. So understand what you're selling. So what does the Beard recommend? I recommend that you charge shipping on most everything. but I recommend you charge accurate shipping. Be very accurate. This is not a time. The higher you charge, and the more the things that you think you can add on, like I need to add my fuel to the post office, I need to add this and that, my time, all that stuff, you start losing because you lose the customer as you get more out of it. But if you're very accurate with shipping, I had a camera that charged me $5 or it was $4.80 or whatever it was to ship it. Might even have been more than that. It might even been in the $6 range. I just need to look at that. And I charged 8 plus the 2, so it's very very close. Like the cassette thing was a great example. It cost me 21 to ship it. I charged them 23. That's very very close. That'll cover the box. It's good enough, right? So it's complicated. Do what's best for your business, but understand it is very critical. This is a make or break area. Win or lose with shipping. By when do you win? You win when you do right by yourself and the customer. This is not a place where I made an extra $10 for shipping. This is not that time, because it also but it took me an extra 6 months to sell it because of the exorbitant cost. So you really didn't win. The time value of money and flipping items, you made a 6-month investment versus something that could have sold in 30 days. What does it cost you to tie up your money for 5 months because you made an extra $5 in shipping and waited for that customer to come along that didn't care about the cost? Right. So you eliminate part of your customers by charging too much for a total price. Understand what shipping costs. Be fair. Even to the point that eBay is coming out and they're wanting you to pass on part of the discount you get for discounted shipping. When I figure that out and how they're promoting that, I'll make a separate video on just that topic. Brand new. It's coming out. Check into it. All right. Hopefully I have muddied the waters, but you have seen clearly now, or at least the muddiness has become haziness, and now you need to take the things you've heard, verify them, make sure I'm telling you the truth, and then apply them to your business and work some ways for what you sell. What I do. You don't sell what I sell. Thank goodness, because nobody wants this mess behind me, right? Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. This has been Lessons for the Beard. Hold tight.